All right, so I wanted to talk about the Scream 7 news. Basically, if you don't know, yesterday we had the news drop that Melissa Barrera, I think is how you say her name, the actress from In the Heights, and the two latest Scream movies and other stuff, but that's mainly the stuff I know her from. And she had gotten fired because she had posted that stuff that was viewed as anti-Semitic, quote unquote. I say quote unquote because I cannot find a single person that's brought up this news story that actually agrees that what she was saying was anti-Semitic. It seemed like the studio was worried that it might outrage people and be viewed as anti-Semitic, so they fired her. And uh, and if you don't, and I'm not gonna go into what she posted. You can look up all that stuff. So today we have the news that Jenna Ortega dropped out because of her Wednesday schedule, but nobody's buying. That's what they truly believe that it's because of her co-star getting fired because of all this. And look, I don't usually address movie news, but this one was pretty big and pretty disgusting because we know that Hollywood cancel culture is real. I'm a progressive, and a lot of times when I talk about like politics, I like to calm the right wingers down about how there's a bias against you and cancel culture and stuff like that, because I don't think it's nearly as bad as they make it out to be, but there definitely is a little bit of bias, and for that kind of stuff, it's still disgusting the way that they tried to quietly fire this actress and stuff. I think I think there's two ways I look at this story. First of all, it does lower my excitement for this movie because already I had low expectations. I really didn't enjoy Scream 6 a lot. I don't even own it yet. I have all the other Scream movies. I don't have the sixth one. I saw it today in the store. I almost bought it, but I put it back down. I just can't buy it. It's just like I don't know what it is. It was like $25. I think if it had gone on sale for Black Friday, would have snagged it in a heartbeat. But because it didn't, I just was like, I don't really need it right now. I'm not gonna watch it right now. I love the Scream franchise, but I was disappointed by that movie. Not a bad movie. I still want to get it in my collection at some point, right? But my main problem with it is like why it's lowering my expectations is you got two main co-stars leaving that their story was not complete. See, when Sydney was announced that she wasn't coming back for the next Scream movie, fine. Her story was complete. There was nothing to do with Sydney. I think even in Scream 5, they had a little bit of a hard time figuring out where to go with her character. So that was fine to me. This is not. And also, I think the reason she's being fired is really stupid. Because I think there are times where I'm sympathetic to Hollywood. And what I mean by that is like, there are sometimes when you're posting something that's political where you can actually help cause a company to lose money. Like when Gina Carano was fired, she was absolutely a possibility of causing Disney to lose money if they kept her on spewing the bullshit she was saying. Whether it was about the election, vaccines, whatever, and these companies work for money. So I don't like to be the guy, well, obviously money dictates that you have to because that's, money is not the end all be all, right? But these companies still are a business. They want to make money. So I understand that. But this scenario, no one, I have not seen a single damn person agree that with the statements that her comments were viewed as anti-Semitic in any way. I've not seen one. Maybe there's like number 48 in the back who agrees with that, but I haven't seen one person that has looked at and been able to look at me objectively and go, yes, that was anti-Semitic as hell. How dare they? I haven't seen that, right? And it's so weird because usually in these political conversations, that's what you see. You usually see someone on the other side go, oh, that guy's not a racist. And then the other side is going like, no, bro, that dude is a fucking racist. Like there's an actual debate. Here there is no debate. Most people completely agree that this was an unjustified firing. So I have a way of thinking about it is that this. I think personally There's two possibilities, only two. I'd be very surprised if there's any other possibilities. One, they're going to bring back Melissa Barrera, and Jenna Ortega will agree to come back because of that. But they'll just put Scream on hold because she does have a busy shooting schedule, and I think that's the thing. Two, they're going to stop making Scream movies. Not completely, but at least for a decade. Because the backlash to the story is so great. And I feel like, here's the thing. If they want to bring them back to make up for what happened, are you going to want to come back? You were just treated like shit by the Hollywood system. And now they're calling you up saying, we made a mistake, come back. If I was in their shoes, I wouldn't come back. I would say, fuck them. That's what I would say, right? So if that happens, then you can't make another Scream movie right now. The tensions are too high. You just gotta drop it for a little bit. Which that really sucks, right? It really does. Because we as fans want more, but not like this. We don't want it like this. We don't want, a piece of the story being unfinished because the studio decided, fuck up. This is like when James Gunn got fired from Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the exact same shit. It's a bunch of people digging up shit to get someone fired. And in this case, it wasn't some annoying-ass right-wingers who did that to James Gunn, right? That's what happened to him. This scenario, it is the studio digging up bullshit out of fear. And that's the one thing about the left. I'm sympathetic to the left a lot of the time with this kind of stuff. Because the thing about the left, what you need to understand is a lot of times their cancel culture is very different from the right. Where the right is like, we don't want this to exist. This person, this lifestyle, whatever it is, we don't want to exist, so therefore we are going to cancel it. Like all these book bannings, book burnings that right-wingers have engaged in, right? The left, on the other hand, it's them trying to silence something that they believe is harmful. So in this case, they were thought, oh, well, this might be a little anti-Semitic. Okay, so it sucks on both sides, but the less cancel culture is a little bit better. I think it still shouldn't happen in either or case, but we do need our best to take care of each other and just be good. I think the story is gross. I don't really know. I'm not gonna be one of those people saying I'm gonna boycott Scream 7. That's just not gonna happen. Because at the end of the day, I review movies. I make videos for this channel. I like watching this stuff. I'm not going to avoid watching something because of it. Also, the director has come out and said that, hey, this sucks. It wasn't his decision. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to hurt other artists because of what the fucking studio decided to do, no matter how shitty it was, right? At the end of the day, this is a movie that I'm excited for. Less so angry, upset, frustrated, yes, but I'm still excited. I'm still a fan at the end of the day, and I really hope they get their shit together and we can have a good Scream movie. I really frustrated by this. I think your best bet, the way to handle it, is not to boycott Scream 7. I think the best way to handle it is to go to any movie or show that has Jenna Ortega, that has Melissa Barrera in them. Go watch them. Go support them in other projects. Jenna Ortega's in Beetlejuice 2. Go watch it. She's got Wednesday season 2 on the way. Go watch it. Support them in other future projects that they're doing. Because that's the best way to handle it. Because at the end of the day, if you boycott, I understand wanting to boycott, but the real truth is, if you boycott the movie, you're not hurting Melissa Tomei, not Tomei, Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. You're hurting the artists who did actually put the work in, and maybe maybe it isn't great, but I don't know. I don't know what really the right answer is with any of this. I think one thing I do think, I always find it weird. I'm just gonna bring this up. Why do Hollywood celebrities use their official Twitter and Instagram accounts to post political like things? Why don't they just make like fake accounts with like no pictures of themselves or anything? I just posted political stuff there. It feels very weird to me. I think the only reason for it is like if you are a celebrity, you want to use your influence to talk about and address things that are upsetting and that are important, but at the same time, it's like, you know, like when Taylor Swift earlier this year was like Back the Blue, that's something she felt passionately about, and she wanted our audience to go and deal with that. And I get that. I totally understand all that stuff. I think it's an interesting thing to think about, but it's, yeah, this was not a fun news story. I'm sorry if I maybe like brought your day down a little bit lower, but this is a story that I just needed to talk about. And again, I never talk about movie news. I think the whole movie news side of things is toxic and bullshit and anger inducing. I do read the news because I like to keep up with what's going on, and there's some cool news that comes out every once in a while that I'm excited about. But also things change all the time. Things get canceled. Things get reworked into something different. You know, it wasn't too long ago that Guillermo del Toro was making a Hobbit movie, and then now we have 3 Peter Jackson Hobbit movies that I'm not a huge fan of. But you know what I mean? Anyways, let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.